It's so important to find players you can really commit to in these first few rounds. You'd hate to have to readdress these same positions later on. Boy, you talk about a talented player. This guy's one of the best around. Excellent selection. Just what this team needs to maybe get him over the hump. Yeah, I think they got the best player there, and they got a guy that fills a big need, so that's an excellent choice. Some tough choices coming up right about now. Do you go after the best? And there's a pick that'll certainly help. Maybe not an impact signing, but you're not going to hit a home run every round. Oh, this guy's a rare talent and a huge upgrade over what they had before. Tough call here. Do you try and get tougher up front or get yourself a player in what we call a skill position? These middle rounds are where your decisions can really impact your team, because if you pass on certain positions, there's no guarantee you're going to see them again. And with time running short, you've got to hope some guys fall into your lap, or you could be left with some real holes on your roster. We've seen Dallas represented once already. Could another Cowboy be joining the fold? Options here on both sides of the football. It's pretty much of a coin flip if you ask me. And now, which side of the football will they address here? Some interesting options either way. Yeah, here's a spot where the fan base would be clamoring for a skill. Does this pick fill a big need? I'm not so sure that it does, but it is at least a slight improvement over what they had in place. Oh, did they get themselves a player here or what?
My face, you're not from the clay like you when you make it. This a mud. Yeah, this some mud. Friends and business don't mix, so I'm brotherless. Trying to get back close, hit them with the stiff. Gears I shift, make sure they feel the drift. Just cop the Benz, oh, with the tick. You should know, cause in every song I said, yeah.
A new era begins today. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Draft Champions. The Giants interplay this afternoon, ready to see what they've got and how or if these pieces are going to fit together. Their opponents in this one, the Chicago Bears.
All right, Larry, thank you. It is indeed time for a Draft Champions matchup and what is set to be a great Draft Champions matchup. In the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis, and these guys should have a huge impact on the outcome of this game. They're ready to roll. We're ready to roll. Let's roll. On the return, here's a speedy Jamison Crowder. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And a little spin cycle, room to run now. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time. Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackle was there right away for a loss of yardage.
To throw on second, McNabb. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. Let's see what the defense dials up here, 3rd and 4.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
He finds his target, it's Crowder. And a nice gain of 21 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down. Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. On second down, Freeman. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. Making the tackle, Gerald Hodges. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Mario Edwards in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
So they come into enemy territory. Nice drive to start the game, but they probably wanted 6. They only got 3.
I agree with you totally. That's the expectation. When you get the ball and you start moving it and you're rolling, you think you're going to end up in the end zone. But they should be happy with the 3. A good way to get things going here in this game.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. On the tackle that time, Bruce Irvin.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations. Defense, they won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
To throw is Mariota. Complete to Jason Witten. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop him?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route. It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, That's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. A good pickup there, a 22. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on. I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. He finds his target, Terrence Williams. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Now, this will probably... Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a... We step aside. They go play action here on first down. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Dez Bryant, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they
7-3 the score. We're back.